What's going on, everyone? It's your fourth favorite YouTube personality slash Golf Clash host. It's RJTV. We have the second anniversary tournament coming up. They released the holes, as you can see on your screen and throughout this whole video. It'll be provided on the left-hand side. I went back and looked at my different shots that I took, so we're going to go over those right now. Here, you could get away with a Titan. I got a max level extra mile. You go full top spin, a tiny bit of overpower, and yes, we are going to attempt to jump over that widest part of that sand trap. By setting this up, as you can see, we're going to make 8.5 mile an hour, I'm sorry, 8.5 ring adjustment, and then we're going to push it back up so we can get as much distance as possible. A power 3 ball is plenty. Just a little bit of overpower here. And if you have the extra mile 8, Thor's Hammer 5, or a high level Apocalypse, this shot is definitely available to you. Maybe even a Thor's Hammer 4 or extra mile 7. And now, as you can see, by being aggressive there, we have a nice, easy chip shot if you're able to make it. Kingmaker is nicer than Titan because for your second shot it's going to be near max distance, so it's nice to, you know, have that wind cut down just a little bit. I believe I missed my shot here, but anytime you can try to get in an eagle on a par 4 is a good day. As you can see, we hit the pole, but came in just a tad bit too hot. So that's hole number 1. Moving on to hole number 2 here, we have a par 3. I like using the sniper and taking the left pad, as we can see. Definitely going to want to use a wind ball. I'm using a Kingmaker here, but you'll be able to see that we're not using any extra distance when I put my club out there. So as far as adjustments go, you could get away with, you know, a wind 5 ball and, you know, something that doesn't have any extra power. I don't recommend doing this on the qualifying round, but the opening round, you could, as well as the weekend round, I would definitely say, because it could be the difference between a gold medal or a top 25 finish. I used full right spin with a side spin 3 ball as well. And what was it? Well, yeah, full side spin. Sorry, not used to doing this. Now here, once again, you can use a Titan, but you know, when I play, I like using the Kingmakers. The better the ball, the better you can do. Make your adjustment for your wind and then push it up back to the top so it's at max distance. I put 2 backspin on here because the ball can get away from you and get up into the rough. So as you see, we hit and we're going to roll up really close, but 2 backspin is what I use there. So if you want to use 3 backspin to be a little safer, that's one way you can do it. And also make sure you bring your big dog or Cataclysm for your second shot. I like 2 backspin. Probably could have used 3 or 4 here for this approach, but we're going to use 2 and we're going to be in good shape afterward, so no complaints that way. This is a slightly uphill shot, so you might under adjust just a little bit, although I believe I made a full adjustment here. That's probably why I went a little too far here. And it would have been nice, but once again we came in just a little bit too hot. So that is how you play hole 3. Hole 4, another par 3, is a sniper with a wind ball. Once again, you'll see we're not using any extra power. So I go with full backspin, and I'm going to readjust that side spin. You do want the ball to the ball guide to be aiming a little bit to the right of the flag because it's going to be, you're going to be pushed off a little bit. You'll see on this shot here, we get the birdie. You want 5 backspin, and I got 4 right spin. On this shot, I believe I only did 1 right spin. So let's see how this goes. And if you're wondering why I'm talking so fast, it's because I want this video to be short and sweet. You guys can take your notes, listen to it a second or third time if need be, but no reason to have a 20-minute video. Now here, you can definitely take a more conservative approach, but if in the presence of a tailwind, I suggest going with a Power 5 ball, full top spin, full left spin, full left curl, and full overpower, but it's not a power hook shot or a power slice shot. Or wait a minute, is it? I think it might be. I'm watching right along with you as I put these together, making my adjustment for the wind. And I believe I try to hit, I try to hit perfect. And if you have a Thor's hammer, you might be able to clear this. As you see, we get 1 good bounce, 2 good bounces, and we just run out of steam. Another bar or 2 of topspin, and we would have came out on the other side right there. However, if you do have a Nirvana, you will be able to reach, obviously, with a long iron or a short iron. So I would recommend bringing something very accurate, like a Hornet for the short iron, maybe a B52 for your long iron for this second shot here. But it's definitely, you know, even if you do end up on the rough like I did, a Nirvana will definitely reach. And then also, look at that, I'm using the available extra strength of the ball as well because it is a Berserker. So we're right on the edge there, so that's probably about long iron distance, I would say. And we get close enough for our second shot. Obviously, we'd be much closer if we didn't end up in the rough. So that's why I say you got something with a little more top spin than the Extra Mile 8, you'll be in great shape. Here we do the power hook, power slice, not sure which one it is. 3 bars of top spin, full right spin with the Kingmaker ball, adjust about 15 rings plus the wind, puts us right there. Full left curl and release it all the way over to the left. Upon doing this, you'll see the ball bounce over the rough in the water, and we have a really nice shot basically from the fringe. This is a shot that a lot of people are going to be making if the wind is right, and it'll definitely take a stroke off with a very easy chip in, especially if you're like me and like using that top spin to eliminate all that extra wind. Here we have that ball guide that likes to go longer and shorter, so got to pick a good spot, try to hit it perfect. But if you're not able to hit it perfect and you got the top spin, that'll help you a lot as well, canceling out a lot of that wind. And that is hole number 5. Next we have that was hole number 6. Next we have hole number 5. Here I'm actually going to give my opponent credit. I used the sniper and went a little further than I wanted to. As you can see, he puts full backspin with a wind-resistant 5 ball, 1 side spin, and you can see he sets up his quarterback level 9. The white bar and the clear bar are on the rough, and then he makes his adjustment for it looked like about 6 or 7 bars, so there might be a 20% shot here, no curl, and you'll see he'll come right in and be very close. I could have showed you my shot. I was still able to putt it, but he got a little closer. I felt that this would be a lot better shot. Now here's another shot where my opponent did much better than me. He's using the Kingmaker X, which is a power 4 ball. You can use a Berserker, use the big topper. I tried using, and full overpower with full top spin. I tried using Thor's hammer and doing like a power hook slice thing, and it didn't work out at all for me. But here, your main objective is to get past the trees on the left-hand side, and you'll see the camera as it pans towards the hole. He is able to do that. That tree is not going to be in his way, and he's got a long iron opportunity here. Probably not too many people going to be dropping this, but this is the way to play it. Instead of a Goliath, you might want to bring, you probably don't need a Saturn, but maybe a Backbone or a B-52. And, you know, something just a little bit more accurate. Something with a little bit of backspin, but not too much. Because as you'll be able to see here, he does get fairly close with the Goliath, making his wind adjustment here. And man, that Kingmaker X is an awesome ball. I'm really mad at myself for not picking that up. But anyway, he goes a little bit past the pin, but he'll have a nice easy putt to clean that up. And then we're going to be going on to hole number 9 right after his ball stops. And this is another shot that I took, believe it or not. So no more relying on the opponents. Here, I like to jump over to the left. I would recommend a power 5 ball. You can go with a you know, a power 4 ball or maybe even a Kingmaker, but why would you want to overpower more if you don't have to? So full top spin, no side spin. Here I'm using an autumn ball, but it's just power 5 is really what I'm going for. Got a slight wind, tailwind, but not much. Look how little I overpower this, so I have complete control. I am able to hit it perfectly, and with the wind adjustment, we will bounce over. You don't want to clip, and we didn't, so because we didn't clip, we're able to roll nearly to the top, maybe about 2/3 of the way up, 417-yard drive, setting us up for a beautiful second shot. Here we're right in between the long iron and the wood, so sniper rough bump is definitely the way to go here. And if you do go a little bit further than I did, I recommend bringing an accuracy long iron club so you can take advantage of the same attributes that the sniper has. And here you can see we do nail the rough bump, but we don't get it to go in the hole. So, you know, these rough bumps and power strokes and everything that I showed you here, this was a very aggressive way to play it. However, if you get these shots down pat by the weekend, you'll definitely be looking at a gold medal over people who are playing it more conservatively. I want to thank you so much for watching, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.